Hi, my name is Vita and this is Hippie Crow Hub. And here's my bird. Today we are going to talk about a capsule wardrobe, a test that I had for the month of March. We're gonna discuss, does it actually work? Is it actually practical? How does it translate in reality? Did I do it right? Can it be done better? Is it something I will do again? Is it a complete fail? And I have some photos of the outfits that I actually wore throughout the month. Now, I didn't take a picture of like every single day outfit because like I talk all the time about me Monday to Friday is usually just sweatpants. And here's the photo of my super fashion. This is when I wake up in the morning and I'm going to the kitchen. It was funny because I was having a chat with my friend and we send each other photos of how our look is now right now. And this was the photo and we kind of laughed and she said, you know what, that's interesting because I've never seen this outfit in any of your videos. I said, I bet I wore these track pants. Actually, I wore these track pants in one of my most popular videos. I got them a while ago. They are literally sweatpants that probably at this point need to retire, but I'm still wearing them. Anyway, back on track. So usually I put more normal clothes when I go to either restock or take kids to karate or on the weekends when I go somewhere. But when I'm around home and take kids to school, I come home, it's all whatever. So here, let's discuss the capsule wardrobe that I created for the month of March, and now it's the end of March. If you haven't watched the video, you can take a look at the other video where I'm sharing my plan for the March wardrobe, and I'll discuss what went wrong and what went right as I share you my photos. So I went straight into wearing the capsule wardrobe, and I started a little bit earlier than March. So at first I was extremely excited. I was like, oh my God, I don't really have to think about what to wear because I'm just grabbing like the set of a rack that I have placed. And I was like, this is amazing. This is saving me so much like, you know, like time and thought effort, like whenever I need to grab something. So this, for example, we had a massive snowfall. So as you can see, I'm wearing like my granny boots because, I mean, can you imagine wearing anything other than that in this weather? I look like a babushka. I'm wearing my grandma's coat. But again, in this climate, like how much style can you do? Like on the top, you just want to be warm. And underneath I'm wearing like the regular clothes that I planned to do, and this was fine because in this cold day that was like the best thing I could do. So that was totally by the plan of the wardrobe. And then another day, it's gotten a little bit warmer and we were going ice skating. So generally everything is still part of my my wardrobe that I prepared for March. Like the trousers, the underneath clothes, the shoes. The only thing I changed was the jacket, because I had these thick jackets, and you know, it's funny because after winter and this, when the spring comes, it really starts to feel a lot warmer than how it would feel in the fall when it gets to this temperature. So the heavy jackets just start to feel too heavy. And I think I underestimated that about March. I was still stuck in the cold weather. So I changed to this It's actually fleeced denim jacket, and I layered it with a warm vest, so that was perfect. And it worked great for ice skating because, you know, in ice skating you still need warm clothes, but you don't want to wear something super heavy, so it becomes uncomfortable to ice skate. And then a week into wearing my capsule wardrobe, or maybe 10 days, let's say 10 days, I started to feel like everything is so damn gray because the snow started melting, and in the city the snow has become really gray and dark and dirty, and everything was just gray around me. And you know, before anything green comes alive in spring, like literally everything's gray, and my wardrobe felt so gray to the point where I felt like there are no colors in my life. So I really got the craving for something really loud and colorful. And I had this jacket that I couldn't figure out how to wear. It was one of those items that I thrifted, and I tried selling it already for a little bit and nobody bought it. And I thought, you know what, at this point I'm gonna keep it because I really like the jacket. But it's like I started questioning myself, is this jacket more like I like it so much but it's more of like hang it on a wall, kind of wall art like is it actually wearable for me? And I couldn't figure out what to wear it with, and I wasn't sure if it's actually going to work for me. And then I just got this like craving, and I say, you know what, I'm just gonna go for it. I don't care. I feel like I want something loud and fun, and screw the gray. So I still did like the trousers and the little polo shirt and the shoes and the bag. It's all part of the capsule wardrobe. But this jacket is not part of the capsule wardrobe. But I think it worked so nice. I actually felt like this was such a fun, very vintage, like old school outfit. And even like the earrings vibe with it. I put the belt on. I bought this belt in a market in Hong Kong. It was one of those vintage markets, and this belt is very old, and I really like this look, and I think I'm gonna wear this again when the weather is warm, and I'm gonna wear this without the jacket. That day I did have to wear a warm jacket still on top of this, but I was so entertained. So, you know, if it wasn't for the super gray capsule wardrobe plan by default, not by like intentionally choosing only gray clothes, maybe I wouldn't have gotten this like idea to wear this jacket. So now I know that I can wear it because it's super fun. Yeah. And I went to restock that day wearing that jacket. So there you go. That was like my color craving satisfaction. And another day, again, like with trousers, I do this thing where I'll pick one pair of trousers and I'll like wear them until it's time to wash it. And then sometimes I switch between the few. But you know, like usually you don't need to wash pair of trousers every single time you wear it. So I get stuck wearing the same trousers for a while. So here's another thing. I craved again for something different on the top. Like I'm okay with wearing, once a pair of pants fit me well, I don't mind re-wearing it a lot, but I start to crave for something different on the top. So I just grabbed one of like a couple of the items. It was just a top that I used as a vest and a simple cotton shirt. And I accessorized it a little bit and it felt fun. So this is also back to, oh, this is pretty much a plan of my capsule wardrobe. The jacket was still cold. The shoes, oh my God, these shoes. I was going on about those Timberland shoes, completely new pair of shoes that I bought in a thrift. You're not gonna believe me. So one day, in a slightly rainy weather, and a shoe literally peeled open like this. And I was like, can you imagine I paid like full price for these shoes and that happened? And I actually hear people tell me stories that happens, and I would be so devastated if I paid like hundreds of dollars for these shoes. Luckily, I only paid like, I think $20, even less than that, because it was a sale. But yeah, I no longer have these shoes because, again, if I would have to repair them, it would cost me a lot more. So luckily it was thrifted. I think quality of nowadays clothes are just not that good. It's one of the reasons why we need to thrift, right? At least if it rips and breaks, you're not like stressed out about the fact that you paid hundreds of dollars. Okay, so I think there was a whole week where I needed color in my life for some reason. So I did this too. This pair of jeans was not part of the plan of the wardrobe. And this yellow polo is not part of the plan of a wardrobe. I passed by a thrift store and I spotted these trousers and this polo, and I thought that I'm gonna get it. This polo is cotton and jeans are cotton, and these jeans are like really simple, but they're so comfortable because they're soft, and I just can't get enough of it. So this is completely spontaneous pair of trousers that just entered March. And I looked at the video, and you know when sometimes you're so used to making certain decisions like getting gray color because it's like easy and convenient. Oh, you know, gray goes with everything, whatever, I'm just gonna pick up gray, whatever. And I got stuck in that, and then because I was kind of forced to really reflect on this March capsule wardrobe because of the plans I made for myself for making this video, then viewing the video, editing the video, then actually trying to wear all these clothes that I chose. And the gray started to even look not good on my skin tone. I feel like when I have the gray on, it makes like my skin look dull. And then when I put some warmer tones like yellows or even this kind of beige or even white, like makes me look more like more alive in a way, more rosy, more even like almost like tan, if that makes sense, even though I don't really have a tan. But I started to really feel like gray really goes against my tone. And I've never studied like a color choices. I'm really talking about this as a, guys, I'm a homemaker, I'm figuring this out with you, let's do this together kind of thing. I'm not teaching you how to dress or anything. I'm a crafty hippie homemaker and just sharing my experiences. So through making this capsule wardrobe, I had this realization that maybe I would have never like discovered it, because if I wear those gray clothes like once in a while, then maybe I don't really notice. But because I have chosen so many in one shot because I wanted to keep things very simple for the first capsule wardrobe, it made me like sick of it. So there you go. So that's why I picked this yellow tone, because I started to feel like really analyzing it in a mirror. I was like, wow, like when I wear yellow or like brown or green, it brings like a color in my face out more, if that makes sense. So yeah, that was thanks to the capsule wardrobe that helped me figure this one out. So this again was almost part of the capsule wardrobe because the weather suddenly gotten warmer and it really like caught me off guard with the jackets. It's March is like that month where the weather transitions from winter to spring, but you still get some colder days and still get very warm days. Like today it was -2 in the morning, and the beeping is my stew notifying me that it's done. There it goes, quiet now. So today was still -2, and on Saturday is going to be 19 degrees, and Ontario has this crazy temperature fluctuations throughout the year, and of course more in spring and fall when the weather is really changing. So again, this jacket choice was just the most, something that makes the most sense, because also it's big so I can layer it. So instead of going back to those winter coats, I started choosing those lighter jackets and wearing it like doubled or single, depending on how warm the weather is. But the rest is all part of my capsule wardrobe, which is jeans, a polo, same shoes, same bag, and the only thing I kind of got wrong was the jackets. But again, if that was a winter capsule wardrobe, that would have been like what I would have naturally worn anyway. So there you go. And I'm switching the trousers too throughout the month, even though there was only like a couple of pair of pants that I shared. It wasn't so many. And also the very first trousers, those gray squared trousers, I just stopped wanting to wear them too, mainly because they were gray. Again, I just started really rejecting gray color. So these upcycled barrel jeans that I made myself has also become one of my go-to pair of jeans that I'm so in love. I just feel it brings certain like fun vibe. It represents what I do. It is different shape than my regular pair of trousers. It's quite unique, and I can make my outfit elegant with these trousers, or I can make it like really casual and whatever. So during March break, I took kids to the mall, to the movies, and I wanted to wear something like comfortable but warm enough, not too bulky. So I went for this coat that I made in the past. That was not part of the capsule wardrobe. All the coats, like I said, I pulled out springtime coats rather than winter coats because I completely underestimated that. But the base of the outfit is still completely the same capsule wardrobe. The shoes, the jeans, so as you can see, everything I'm wearing is pretty much same and simple. I'm only changing like the top layer, and it's making the outfit completely different. So this coat, it cost me $8 to make. I thrifted fabric in a thrift. I thrifted fabric in a thrift. Great wording. I thrifted this fabric for $8, and I have sewn this whole coat. And my kids call me a Slytherin. And it's very witchy, wizardy coat. I didn't plan that, but it came out that way. And it originally had this clip here, but then I realized that it's a little bit harder to wear. So I decided to remove the pin and just wear it with the belt. And I really like this new look. I wore this coat only like once before that, and then after I thought I'll see if I can sell it. I hanged it on the rack for just before Halloween, just to see in case somebody wants it as part of a costume, or generally. It didn't sell, so at this point I say, you know what, I'm gonna keep the coat because it suits me. It was made for me. I made it for myself, and I like the style, and I think it suits me too, and it also represents what I do. And I was joking that in the mall wearing all this upcycled outfit, I really represented being a crow rather than a pigeon. I don't know why. Better looking like a crow rather than a pigeon. Oh, pigeons are cute too. Anyway, but yeah, whatever. So yeah, I really enjoyed this outfit. And yeah, I'm really making an effort to keep clothes that represent more what I do. And yes, another video that I filmed, I was wearing the same barrel jeans and a white button-up top, which was also part of my capsule wardrobe that I had there. I had a couple of tops that are easy to use and grab. It was actually one of the tops that did not sell. you know, I always say that I bring in a batch of clothes that maybe like a batch of cardigans, a batch of shirts, a batch of tops that are in a similar vibe. And out of like, let's say 5 or 6 items, there will be that one that wouldn't sell. And it's like a rule. And this is not a bad ratio, you know, selling more items than not selling is a good sign, but there will be that one lonely one that just wouldn't sell. So at that point, I kind of claim it for myself because I'm like, well, you know, it's still everything that I like myself because that's the reason why I pick it. So this top turned out to be really pleasant and I'm really enjoying it. And it has like a button up in the front and white still kind of, I feel works for me. Again, this is one of the cardigans that I switched for springtime. Again, started wearing Converse even. Can you believe it? Within just a couple of weeks from having that much snow in the first video, looking like a Winterland babushka, and then going to the weather where it's like Converse, cardigan. So this cardigan is kilted, so it's definitely warmer, and I've been layering it with my jeans jacket. And that kind of works for the colder days like today. And yeah, but at the same time I still have an option to just one layer or the other layer. It really is so up and down nowadays. And this cardigan was not part of a capsule wardrobe. I think the closer we're getting towards the end of March, the more springy I'm feeling, and this actually is exactly what I'm wearing right now. This cardigan and these jeans that I said I picked up in a thrift, and this was also the same day I picked on a thrift. I wasn't planning to shop for my business. I was there I think only because, to be honest, I don't remember. We passed by the thrift to check something for my kids. I think my kids were looking for something, and I found a couple of items, and this cardigan, in the moment, I didn't know whether it's for me or for reselling. It's 50% cotton, 50% rami, so it's all natural fabrics. And I love the size of it. I love that it's big. It fits my length and it makes me feel really comfortable, but at the same time has a little bit of this like a hippie spring flowers thing going. So I don't know, I just claimed it for myself. And as you can see, towards the end of March, I am already a little bit more off my capsule wardrobe because I did plan it just for 1 month and naturally I got bored with it by the end of the month. Now, most of these pairs of trousers that I have used are going to be used for spring too. But I think in April, there will be more opportunities to maybe start wearing a maxi skirt with something warm on top and boots, you know, and there will probably start being opportunities of wearing a pair of pants with something lighter on top. So in this video, I decided to only discuss the wardrobe test and not create another April's capsule because at this point, I really don't know what is gonna happen. But now, is it realistic to use capsule wardrobe? I think it is very convenient in a sense of if you want to not have to think too much about what you're going to wear for the day, so you can just be like, you know what, I think this set, instead of going like, oh, which trouser should I wear? Oh, this trouser. Oh, how about the top? Oh, do I want to wear? Oh, maybe it's this. So to avoid this kind of nonsense, you already know that there's a set that actually works for you. So you just grab a set. So if you have like, you know, let's say 5 to 10 sets already prepared for yourself, you don't have to think of the combinations. You just need to be like, what do I feel like today? And boom, this one. So in that sense, it's extremely convenient and definitely something I would do again. But I think long term, like if you are planning a capsule wardrobe for like the entire season of like winter for 3 months, you definitely need a lot more items than what I have prepared because I think you would get bored with the same things, or maybe I didn't do it right. Maybe I just needed to add a lot more like color options. That was one big issue for me, because I tried to keep it neutral and simple so that these things kind of like can be mixed and matched easily, because I was like testing for the first time. So the color was definitely something I would recommend to consider adding into creating a capsule wardrobe for yourselves. And another thing is, I really think that there's something to creating capsule wardrobe from month to month, because then, you know, if you're creating a capsule wardrobe, because I live in Canada, so I have 4 full season changes, right? So each season requires different kind of clothing because of the temperature and the weather, and like the type of wetness or mud or snow. And even within these 3 months of a season, it's from the beginning of the season to the end of the season and the middle of the season, the weather still really changes quite a lot. So I really think that there's something to creating a capsule wardrobe from month to month basis. And again, what I'm doing is really clearing out my wardrobe and going through all my clothes and asking myself, do I really want to keep it? Do I need to upcycle this one, resew it, resell it, get rid of it? Because the more things we keep at the moment, I feel like the more overwhelming it becomes to pick an outfit on daily basis that is fun and feels effortless. I feel like if my outfit requires like huge amount of planning and huge, like a lot of accessories, like adding a lot of different layers and things, I can't do it. I admire people who do that and they look amazing and it looks great in a photo, but practically for me, oh my God, like just the thought of like seeing some incredible outfits and the practicality of them, like when you need to use a washroom. How many layers do you need to unfold, and belts to unclip and lift, and the dangles, and what if you're too hot, you want to take it off, and oh, I can't handle it. And then the laundry. I mean, who does all that laundry? Like seriously, that's a lot of laundry. And one thing I cannot stand is having too many clothes like hanging. You know, when you wear something, you don't put it back with your clean clothes usually. When you wear something once, but it still doesn't need to get washed, like a cardigan or a pair of jeans, you put it in another place, you know, either you hang somewhere or put it folded somewhere, but it doesn't go back in the same closet. So that pile of not completely clean, but not dirty enough yet for laundry starts to become bigger. And that I cannot stand. That's why I end up getting like stuck with the same pair of pants like for like 5 days or like a week, depending how many times I use it. Like for example, sometimes I have 2 pairs of pants that I go back and forth between, and they will last me, let's say, a whole week. And then after a week, then I can put it in a wash if I feel like at this point it needs to get washed. But anything more than that, it starts to bother me because I feel like it's a mess, you know? So too many complicated things is just not something that works for me, and I accept that about myself. So whatever the wardrobe and whatever the items and the amount of clothes that I have, it has to be really simple. So I feel like doing month to month, like pre-organized capsule wardrobe is not a bad idea. And also that gives you a chance to wear something multiple times, to really ask yourself, is it something that I still love wearing after I've been wearing it like the whole month? Because there were some items that I decided to not return to, like those gray tight skinny jeans and a gray sweater. I actually plan to upcycle them and just punk them up a little bit because they started feeling a little bit tight on me, and the material is not stretchy, so it's a little bit like restricting and uncomfortable. So there you go, you know, if I still kept those items in the closet thinking, oh yeah, I still wear it, oh it's fine, I like it, like, and then wear it once and then not return to it like for so long, it kind of becomes like, is it really worth keeping it if I don't wear it that much? I really love items that I can wear it over and over and over again and I just don't get bored of it because they just become like part of me. They either extremely comfortable or they just work with everything. They feel effortless. They feel like you, and you just can't get enough of it, you know? So yeah. So the capsule wardrobe, I don't know if I really answered the question of, I definitely recommend giving it a shot. I don't think that when you, like, you know, people have like a capsule wardrobe like as an entire wardrobe thing. I don't think this is realistic, especially for someone who lives in a 4-season climate, to only have this capsule wardrobe. I think it would no longer be called a capsule wardrobe if you're going to prepare yourself a capsule wardrobe for an entire year, because there will be a lot of items. I think maybe thinking of a capsule wardrobe for the season or for a couple of months ahead of yourself, that works, but doesn't mean that you don't have any other clothes apart from what you have prepared yourself as a capsule wardrobe, if that makes sense. It's just kind of like bringing to the front the items that you envision yourself wearing in a short future, rather than completely getting rid of everything and buying everything new. I think that is too overwhelming because you have to make so many decisions and you can buy all these things that you don't know if they're gonna work for you. I feel like some clothes need a little time to really to test and see if it really works for you. That's one of the reasons why I love thrifting, because sometimes I buy something and it's like a little like a dating relationship, you know. We gotta test this out to see if it's really gonna work for me, if it's gonna stay with me. Because if I bought things new, I also gotta like break it in, also committing to paying so much more, and then in the end still being uncertain if I'm actually gonna commit to that item. Yeah, I am questioning my style and my choices for clothing quite a lot lately. So I've got this whole new figuring out thing happening. So yeah, I feel like if you ever consider capsule wardrobe, whatever you do not completely throw everything out and buy everything new, because I think that would be a huge waste. I think you can create capsule wardrobe from everything that you already have. If you really give it like a shot and try to combine it together, I think it's really unnecessary to completely reinvent your wardrobe, because I think it takes time. You need to stop practicing like one thing at the time. So yeah, but cleaning out your wardrobe is one of the best things that I do like continuously because it gives you opportunity to refresh. Plus with what I do, there's always more clothes, there's always more things coming my way, and there's always something that, you know, stays with me and doesn't sell, or something that I discover and I'm like, oh my god, this is my new favorite. So to hold on like forever and ever the things that just there's no need. You can just let go, because letting go of things, it feels lighter emotionally. It feels like too much clutter can be really overwhelming. So yeah, pull all these clothes out of your closet, try them on, see how they feel. Maybe they don't fit the way you want them to fit anymore, or who knows, you know, thousands of reasons. So like I said, even color choices change. I used to go a lot for gray and blue and black, and I wore other colors too once in a while, but there's certain colors that just don't vibe with me. Like for example, purple. Wearing purple clothes is never my color. I don't know what it is. It doesn't sit well with me. Gray, I am officially allergic to gray. I don't know what happened. Oops, shaking a camera. Red, strangely, I'm starting to be a little bit more interested in red color, as in wearing it. Before, I did not love red so much, at least on top of me, but with a little bit of red here and there, like this, it's starting to feel fun. And yeah, I'm even considering to wear red leather jacket that I have now, and I'm not sure if I should sell it or if I should keep it. So you see, life is changing and we're changing with it. Lately I've been avoiding to wear a lot of black, because before I thought black was like, you know, it's classic, it's timeless, black always work. If it's like one item, like a jacket, that's fair enough, it works. But it has to be something else to cut it through. But like all black, it's like a no-no for me at this point. For myself at least. It doesn't mean I don't think people look bad wearing black. Yeah, recently I'm extremely attracted to yellow and to green color, and like and kind of like a warm brown. I want more of it in my life. There was a phase, like I said, I did a lot of blue. Blue was like my color, and I do love blue a lot. But now I prefer green over blue, and like green and yellow and brown, and even a little bit of, there you go. That's why this cardigan speaks perfectly to my preference. All of these colors I'm describing are in this cardigan. So yeah, anyway, you get the idea. Again, I've been talking a lot, maybe too much again, but I'm like Marmite. You either love it or hate it, and it is what it is. All right, you know what? At this point, let's just end this with that thought. Thank you so much for following, for being here. Means the world to me. Have a lovely week. Stay creative. Love and peace. Like, comment, and subscribe. And now, when my video is playing live on a Monday, I am there to have a little chat on the side if you're up for it. So say hi. And bye for now.